Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amulya's Academy. We were discussing about data structures and in the previous tutorial we discussed about queue and its operation, and today in this tutorial we'll see how to implement queues in Python. So we can implement queues in two ways. One is using list and another one is using the classes of different modules. Today we'll discuss about how we can implement queue using list, and in the next tutorial we'll talk about the second option. So queue works in the first in first out order, and the two important operation of queue is enqueue and dequeue. Enqueue is nothing but adding the element to the queue. Dequeue is nothing but removing the element from the queue. And one more important thing, queue will be open at both this side. That's why the insertion and removing the element is performed in different ends. First entered element will be removed first. Alright, so this is about the queue summary. So next we'll see how to use list as queues. For that, for enqueue operation we can use the append operation, so it will add the element at the end of the list or queue. And for dequeue operation, that is to remove the element from the queue, we can use pop method. For enqueue we can use append method, for dequeue we can use pop method. In the previous tutorial, while implementing the stack using list also we used same method, right? Append will add the element at the end and pop will remove the element from the end. So if I use append and pop, then it will create a stack, right? But here we want queue. In the queue, the operation, that is insertion and removing the element, is done in the different ends. So for that, in the pop, we need to mention the index of the element, that is nothing but 0th index. We don't want to remove the element from the end, we want to remove the element from the front. So this side, right? So that's why we need to use pop of 0. So I'll show you the example, then you will understand this. So to create a queue first, empty queue, you can create an empty list like this. Next, to add the element now, what you need to do? You need to use append. For example, I'll append 10, okay? Done. So now if you want, you can check the queue, right? Next I'll add 20. Next, I'll add 30. Now if you want to check queue, here we can see 10, 20, 30. Elements are added like this. Now if you want to remove the element from the queue, that is if you want to perform dequeue operation, then you need to use queue dot pop and you need to mention the index here, 0 index, remove from the front. If I didn't use any index, it will remove the element from the end. Then it will create a stack. We don't want stack here. We want to perform insertion and removing the element in different ends. Here we entered the element in this side. Now we need to remove the element from this side. So now if I enter this, here we can see first 10 will be removed. The first entered element is 10, right? Here we can see. And the first removed element is also 10. Now again, if I use this, 20 will be removed. If I again use this, 30 will be removed. If I again use that, it will give a error message, pop from empty list. Okay, so in this way you can use the append method and pop method to perform enqueue and dequeue operation. You can perform this operation in another way also. As I explained you, you can insert the element in another side and we can remove the element in another side. That is nothing but you can insert the element from this side and you can remove the element from this side. For the enqueue operation, you need to use insert method, insert, and here you need to mention the index. At 0 index you want to enter, and here you can enter the element. For example, here. Next, here I'll enter 20. Next, here I'll enter 30. So now if I check queue, here we can see 30, 20, 10. The elements are entered like this. Now if you want to remove this, you can use the pop method. Pop method will remove the element from the end. So you entered the element in this side, right? Now you can remove the element from this side using pop. No need to mention the index, just mention pop. It will remove 10 first. The first entered element is 10, so first removed element is also 10, 20, 30. Okay, so in this way you can perform enqueue and dequeue operation. Next, if you want to check whether this is empty or not, you can use not queue. It will give true. So here not queue, here we can see queue is empty, that is nothing but false, right? When I take not queue means it will become true. it is empty. If you take it with the if condition, then you will understand that. And also, if you want to see the element present in the rear side and the front side, for example, I'll take few elements. Okay. Now, to check the element present at the rear side and front side, you can use Q of, if I check -1, we'll get 30, the last entered element. And now, if you want to check the next element which you are removing, without removing that, then you can use Q of 0, that is 10. It is present at 0 index. So I'll show you this NQ, DQ and is empty condition with a complete example. So here we have a program. I'm not writing this program because it is a lengthy program and it will take time. But I'll explain you the program here. First, initially, I'll take Q is a empty list. Fine. These are the function definition. About this, I'll explain you later. First, here we can see while true. Here we are asking the user to select the operation, whether he want to add the element, remove the element, whether he want to see the queue or quit the program. We'll ask the user to enter that choice here. It is just a statement. So user will enter choice here and that will be stored in the variable choice. Next, we are using if-elif condition, if-elif-else condition, and we are checking if choice is 1, that is nothing but adding the element. So I'll use NQ function. We already defined that function here, so I'll explain you about that. And if choice is 2, then DQ function. Here you can see the DQ function definition. And next, if choice is 3, then display the Q. So you can call this function display function. And if choice is 4, that is nothing but if you want to quit the program, then I'll use the break statement. Why break statement? Because here we can see I took these condition in a while body. And else condition is enter the correct operation. If you enter something else from 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will print this message. Why I am taking this in the while condition? That is because I want this to be executed again and again until I want to quit. So this body of while will be executed continuously until I want to stop the execution, until I choose this option 4. While true means always true. So next, coming to the NQ function, here in the NQ function we are adding the element. So here inside this we'll ask the user to enter the input, enter the element, and we'll store that in the element variable. And using append function we'll add the element. And next, here element is added. We'll print a message. Next, in the DQ, first we'll check whether Q is empty or not. If Q is empty, we'll print this message. Otherwise, we'll pop the element using index 0. Next, it will print the removed element also. Next, here in the display, we are just printing the Q. That's it. Okay, so this is about the program. So let's execute this. So select the operation. If I select 3, it is just an empty. 2, it will print Q is empty. If I take 1, it will ask us to enter the element. Again 1, I'll enter 20. Again 1, I'll enter 30. Done. Now if I want to remove this, press 2. 10 is removed. And again I'll press 2. 20 is removed. 30 is removed. If I again press 2, it will print Q is empty. Now if I want to show this, I can use 3. It is empty. Right? If I want to add 1, add 2, add 3, and if I want to display, use 3, it will print that. If I want to quit, use 4. So in this way, this program works. So this is about how we can implement queue using list. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you next class. Till then, take care.